In the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful, my name is Gabriel Morton, and this is very, very important international speech YouTube program number 66. I have something very, very new for all of the humankind who live on earth. God bless all of the 8 billion people, included Americans, Europeans, Asians, Africans, every resident from every country. God bless you all, and thank you all of the broadcasters, describers. This is my gift for you. And what is this gift? Our body, during the past years, from the beginning of the human, maybe 400,000 years ago, we evolved. We got evolution about our body and our mind and our brain. But that was not a deliberate evolution. That was compulsory evolution, and that was based on our needs. So we progressed. Today I want to open a new hatch, a new window to the greatness. To greatness of the what? Greatness of the consciousness field. Every human being and every animal, they have consciousness field. Why we can't perceive this consciousness field if I emphasize that this consciousness field is physical? Why we can't perceive the consciousness fields of ourselves and for animals? That is not the subject today. Today just introducing the field of the consciousness for all of the nations and all of the peoples in the world. For every human being, that is possible to make enlargement and make it greater consciousness field. What would be the result if somebody be able to make greatness for his own or her own consciousness field? Consciousness field can be grow every day more than previous day, and can be large and larger day by day. What would be the result or profits or benefit for all of the human beings if we do this masterpiece? We will be able to perceive four-dimensional world simultaneously that we perceive three-dimensional world. At the same time, we will be able to perceive four-dimensional world. And what is the precious result of doing this masterpiece? If you see four-dimensional world, a lot of interesting and positive things will happen for you. You will see the future events sooner than anybody else. You can forecast, you can foresee what will happen in the future about the world, about your country, your nation, and the future of the humankind. But that is not the only privilege for you. If you successfully do this great thing, you can make longer life for yourself and a lot of another amazing things will happen for you. Based on gabrielism philosophy that I discovered as a truth and reality that is hidden behind our vision, our ordinary perception, our normal feelings, and getting information from surrounding. The truth is hidden from our eyes because our perception system not developed as much as can be today developed. For example, the future happenings in 2055 about the country of the India is that India will be the topmost power in the world. When I speak about the power, what is power? I have defined power based on gabrielism philosophy. Gabrielism philosophy is scientific philosophy because parallelly make new idea and theories and knowledge for you. This knowledge is scientific because unlike the other philosophies that presented by a lot of scientists and philosophers during the history, philosophy of the gabrielism will lead to a physical gift for yourself, so you will understand and a lot of new ideas, physical ideas about innovations and making new devices will be in your mind, and because you will get knowledge directly from the source, and this source is God or Allah, who created world, and he knows better than anybody else what is the reality of this world. So this is not abstract as much as you think maybe. This will make new way for life for yourself and make yourself familiar about the great abilities that you can do but you didn't know until now. Power in the philosophy of the gabrielism that discovered by me is the ability of the human being to make positive change about ourselves, about our family, our country, and about world. So when I speak about India as topmost important powerful country in 2055, I am talking about the power of the India. But how I know? Because I visited in four-dimensional world, whatever is the circumstance of every nation and every country. So I know India will achieve to this success. But if they act in accordance with the plan and this good designing that I designed for India, that is very, very necessary for India to make teaching for great nation of the India to spend just 5% of wealth and time and energy for religions and customs, and spend 95% of their energy, knowledge, talents, and work for their own achievement in the future. The philosophy of the gabrielism is a practical way to understanding the future based on the philosophy of the gabrielism that will be proven later. Consciousness has field. The more great field will lead to make change about passage of the time or speed of the time. The more large consciousness field for everybody make that possible for these people who successfully developed their strengths and developed their ability to have more greater consciousness field. Time will be slow for these people in comparison or relative to other human beings. That means that they will live longer than ordinary people, but this is not the total privilege and benefits that these people can get. That is so much difficult to explain. Just I want to say that the same event that will happen in the world, the bigger consciousness, they will be informed sooner than other animals or human beings. For example, if you are a biologist, you know that before the earthquakes, some animals like snakes, like mouse, even dogs, they are nervous, and that is proven by science. I want to say that for everybody who live on earth, I discovered the philosophy of the gabrielism that will give you techniques and practice to make enlargement of the consciousness. So you can foresee what will happen in the future. For example, about Russia, in 2055, Russia will collapse. In 2030, Iran will be the most miserable country for their residents, for Iranians. But I don't want to make worry to Russian people. I want to say that if Russian great nation and leaders act appropriately, they will prevent from this danger. And what is this danger I am talking about? This danger is about artificial intelligence and make everything robotics. If America be successful sooner than any other country about automation, making robots that they independently can do work and independently can make new robots that they are more intelligent and more able than the previous generations, America will be the winner of this international game. How America will be winner in these competitions and China will be loser in 2055? China even will not be one of the top 10 most rich country in the world. What will happen? I can foresee future. America, sooner than other any countries, will be able to make robots, autopilot robots, self-driving robots, and these robots will do work for Americans. So every American can hire 2, 3, 4, 5 robots for their own family. The result will be show as a power. For example, we have about 350 million people who live inside United States of America. You suppose that America in 2026 presented robots, independent robots that can do everything better than any human being, more effective without any directness. The power of the United States of America will be similar to the country that has 10 billion populations. So the number of the people or population will not be a privilege for countries at the time that some countries like United States of America, who they have 350 million populations, they can multiply this population to 3 times more and can present themselves as a country with 3 billion people. How? They just produce robots, and robots, more effective than any human being, go and work inside the factories and produce productions, a lot of productions with high quality and cheapest price is accessible for all of the nations who let United States of America export America productions to these countries. So countries will start to make more strong borders and make wall between their own nation and United States of America to prevent any import from United States of America. But at this time, America will open its own way by making war and smash all of the borders of weak countries and sell their own productions easily to these nations that that will be broke down. About Iran, probably will happen this. But about the Russia and China, because they are nuclear power, that is not so much easy. And as you see, dear President Putin easily say to the news and to the media, if Europe want to increase hostility and enmity against Russia, that legalize using atomic bomb and other prohibited weapons against the Europeans. Obviously, Europeans will surrender to this strong decision by Vladimir Putin. But I want to say that Vladimir Putin can't live permanently unless that access to the knowledge and science that I will bring for all of the nation as gabrielism. So I want to say that in 2055, this iron wall between Russia and world will be break down, and doesn't matter how much Chinese nation and government or Russian nation and government, doesn't matter if they want to make a great wall against the invasion of the productions by European countries and America. They will be dominant over China and Russia if China and Russia don't act appropriately, and I will describe later what is the appropriate decision by China and Russia, also what is the appropriate decision by Europe and America if they want to prevent atomic destruction and annihilation of the human being in the world. I repeat it over and over. We have to go to Europe, and inside Europe, we have to collect these politicians, invite Kim Jong-un, Putin, or his representative, Xi Jinping, Modi, all of the prime ministers, leaders, president will be invited to Europe, and a united constitution that is acceptable for these countries will make a united constitution, and this united international constitution, all of the countries will join to this, and if they want to be safe about the future. And if we make a united constitution for all of the nations, then united monetary system, united central bank, united cryptocurrency, united economic fair and based on justice regulations, and result will be welfare, happiness for all of the nations and all of the people. So instead of the destroying each other, instead of negative competitions, all of the scientists and all of the groups from every country collect together and collaborate to make welfare, happiness for all of the nations and all of the country. This is the way that will lead to the kindness of the Jesus, to the kindness of the God, and anything else will lead to atomic war and destruction of the countries. They will beat each other and will destroy each other. So I want to ask from Europe and United States, forget your selfishness and forget that varying thinking way that you think you are more important and more precious than Russians, Indians, Chinese, and totally Asians, and think about yourself as an equal human being with the Russians and Chinese. The philosophy of the gabrielism, if I go inside Europe and describe this philosophy, especially the scientific principles of the philosophy of the gabrielism, if I describe for all of the nations, the quickness of the scientific development, information technology development, and robotic development, the quickness will be 1,000 times more than nowadays in the world. Now, what is the evil policy by United States of America? The evil policy by United States of America is destruction of other countries and other lands, other populations by make war between Europe and Russia. They don't have they don't have time to think about the plot of the United States. That is better that to say the plot and mischievous and conspiracy by capitalists inside the United States against other nations and other countries, because we truly believe that 99% of the Americans, they are noble, generous, kind, and they really good, they are good people. I want to say that artificial intelligence will destroy 99% of the jobs. The first prey who will sacrifice in this game is the American nation. America, 90% of the people inside United States will lose their own jobs because they are the first line that artificial intelligence will target their jobs. So the first nation who will be sacrificed in this case is United States of America. And winner, they are topmost richest people in the world. They are winner of this game. So I want to make delay to present my knowledge for all of the nations till that all of these countries and nations come and collect together, and especially that is my greatest pleasure if they believe to me as a man who has any religious bias, racist bias, and any other type of the bias. If they accept me as a judge, as the high-level judge who want to make the field for collaboration and cooperation between all of the nations, I will do this. And if I do this, all of the nations and all of the countries will enjoy from life. Nowadays, and during the past days, I made very precious gift, and day by day, I see my YouTube channel will be like more and more, and you will see millions of the people will visit gabrielism philosophy about the consciousness and ability of the human being about make his own or her own consciousness more larger. I will give you the way, and you will able to forecast any future events, and you will believe to me. The final aim is that I will make 8 billion profit in the earth. I am not joking. After listening and after after understanding the philosophy of the gabrielism, especially the practical phase of the gabrielism, you will be able to enlarge your consciousness system. I am not lying, not cheating. You will see that I am right. You feel your consciousness field is enlarged, and I will prove this by using modern physics. If you be able to enlarge and make it successfully, enlarge your consciousness, time will pass soon. doesn't matter how much bizarre and how much strange or how much abstract is my opinion about time, the nature of the time, I want to say that time has field just like the consciousness. Consciousness has field. Time is also a field. And this field is directional, can go forward, can go backward, and can stop. That is very, very important. I will introduce for you the consciousness field, and 99% of the physicists in the world will say that this man is crazy because that is meaningless for time to be independent from matter. That is meaningless. That is impossible. Understanding or existence of the time without considering material and without considering space. I want to say that I will later prove for you the independence of the time, and time has dimension. For example, that is possible in some places in the world. Time be three-dimensional. I am not joking. Three-dimensional time, oh, is that possible? I want to say that you will see three-dimensional time or field of the time is possible, and not just only possible, but this is some part of the reality. If you know that you, in every place of the world, that is, you are able to make enlargement of your consciousness field, you would never think about depression, suicide. Every these negative problems will be solved easily. Believe me. And you will see that your time is so much precious, and you can the final aim of the gabrielism is to make profits, to make 8 billion profit. I am not joking. I make it accessible for you, just like the prophets, to do miracles. And what would be these miracles? For any ordinary human being, I make possible for these people to enlarge their consciousness field. After a start to make enlargement of the consciousness field, you will pass from a threshold. What would be this threshold? This threshold is the passage that you pass from that, and as soon as you pass from this border of the perception that limits our ability about perception of the higher consciousness being, you will see the angels without using drugs or alcohol. You will be able to visit angels. What would be the profits of visiting angels? What will happen for you? You can communicate with the angels, and angels will give you knowledge. What is the benefits of this knowledge? You will be so much powerful, you would never go to suicide. You are enough strong to get rid of any addiction. Step by step, you will take the power of the angels to do work for you, so they will be your servant, and you will be able to do miraculous things. And I am not bluffing, I am not joking. These angels will give you knowledge, and this knowledge will increase your scientific vision. And I want to say that any of the human beings think that there is just one way for human being to learn. One is reading the books, and second is just travel to different place and inside the laboratory. And we don't have any other resource to be more close to the truth. I want to say that I will make you able to communicate directly to the angels, and this will be your new resource about increasement of your knowledge. This knowledge for you will be so much precious that you will think that you waste your time during your life if you wish if you access sooner to this knowledge, and you will see that I am correct. By expansion, the field of the consciousness, you can visit four-dimensional world. And three-dimensional world, you can see both at the same time. If you be able to see four-dimensional world, you will understand whatever that happen inside four-dimensional world will happen a few days later, a few years later in your ordinary world. So I see that by using this enlargement field of the consciousness, I see in 2055, China even is not one of the 10 topmost powerful, successful country, unless that China do in accord. That is the policy and approach of the China and Russia to keep firmly the border and make wall against America invasion by internet and prevent any import from America and Europe. These will destroy jobs inside Russia and China, so they want to continue their own traditional approach about farming, especially inside Russia. But this policy is not effective